Yoda brothers, good morning and salutations. It's the director. Okay, so this video, I'm hoping it doesn't go too long because this promo for the NFL draft is absolutely huge. Like, oh my god, there are so many cards. So we're going to go through this really quick. I'm going to show you guys how this promo is going to work. But first, I do want to go through all of the players coming out tomorrow morning. This is going to be insane, guys. There are just so many good cards coming out. 97 overalls, as well as this kind of a sneak peek at the overalls of the actual draft cards on the 23rd. So during draft night, new cards are going to be coming out based on the picks that are going to be made by every individual team. And we got the overalls confirmed on that as well. So with that, let's just jump right into this. There's a lot to go over. I'm going to try and get through it as quickly as possible. I'm not going to break down the stats on these videos either. We're going to save that for Mud Force just because there's not enough time to go through every single card. So let's get into this, guys. First off, you got Von Miller. These are all kind of based on which position they were drafted in. If you see them in a different jersey than normal or a different chemistry even, it's because they're using the ones that were originally had when they were drafted. So Von Miller is going to be your first player. Next up, Anthony Munoz, very decent left tackle. Interesting that they added only a couple of the legends in here, which is kind of interesting because I don't remember seeing very many more of the legends in this list of players. So it's kind of interesting. Next up, AJ Green, back-to-back Bengals, 93 speed, not bad. He's going to be pretty decent. I think he's going to be a good outside receiver. Patrick Peterson, as I had stated, so long overdue without an upgrade. Kind of crazy, but we finally got him. Patrick Peterson, going to be added tomorrow morning. Let's go back down here to Leonard Williams. Interesting pick here. Interesting pick. Yeah, Leonard Williams, everybody. New York Giants. Next up, it's not going to be Mike Williams. It's not going to be Mike Williams. This is my card art. I was hoping it would be Mike Williams. The dream is fading. Hoping to get a Mike Williams. Hoping to get any wide receiver for the Chargers that's over 90 speed. Is that too much to ask? The real choice is going to actually be Adrian Peterson over here. So he's going to be pretty good. He is getting a golden ticket, so expect that card to be a lot better. But for you guys that don't want to pay 2 million coins for a running back, this is going to be the one you want. Next up, we got Roquan Smith. 92 speed, 88 zone coverage, very decent. Bears fans be excited. That's a pretty decent user right there. Even like CPU kind of middle linebacker, so not bad. Anthony Barr, this one is going to be exciting. 90 speed. He's going to have very good finesse move or zone coverage as well on top of that. So don't be, thrown off by the bad finesse and power move there at the bottom right. Todd Gurley, very exciting. New addition to the Atlanta Falcons. You guys have a running back, and he's pretty dang good at that. J.J. Watt also getting the nod here. A little bit slower, but really good block shed, power move, and finesse move, and excellent strength as well. Next up, Odell Beckham Jr. We got this one. You guys check out my predictions. I do predictions of almost every single big promo, and we Photoshop a bunch of cards that I think are coming to the game. We did suggest Odell Beckham Jr. We did predict Odell Beckham Jr. So exciting right there. He's going to be a really good card. Next up, Daron Payne, defensive tackle. Pretty solid, really good strength, a little bit slower, but not too bad. Malcolm Jenkins, strong safety, 89 speed, a little on the slow side, very good zone coverage, but I think there's better options out there. JPP, 84 speed, 97 finesse move, not bad at all for your Bucks themed teams. Brian Burns, who is getting a golden ticket here very soon, but again, that one's going to be super expensive. This one isn't going to be super expensive, and he's got really nice speed for a left outside linebacker and really nice finesse move, so not too shabby right there. Next up, CJ Mosley, again, a tad on the slow side, but I think since he's got a power up, it does make up for it, so he should be pretty decent for your Ravens and Jets themed teams. Next up, Adoree Jackson. This one kind of came out of nowhere. 96 speed, 98 agility, 96, 92. Like, that's a pretty decent card right there. 5'11 as well, so not bad for you Titans fans. Broncos, you got yourself a right tackle. Pretty decent right tackle at that. In the passing game, I would say probably one of the best out there, so not too bad for you Broncos fans. Lions fans, you're going to get a center here, 95 strength, and then pretty decent run blocking with pretty decent pass blocking as well. So I like that one quite a bit. Just wish the awareness was a little bit higher. Free safety. This one's going to be, in my opinion, a budget beast. If these cards crash or whatever, this is going to be a pretty nice budget beast. I mean, 96 speed, 91 man, 93 zone, 80 or 97 hit power. That is a pretty nice free safety. So that's going to be one of my highlighted players from this promo. Really like Darnell Savage. Bud Dupree, 6'4", 90 speed, decent block shedding, or I should say pass rushing statistics there, so not a bad card right there for you Steelers fans. Steelers have just so many good linebackers this year. It's kind of insane. Evan Ingram, another one that we got right. 93 speed, which is insane. I was hoping he'd be a little bit faster because Darren Waller is around the same speed at the same overall, and Evan Ingram's known for his like breakneck speed at the position, but still a really, really good card, especially for your Giants theme teams. Does have the power up, so you can get him up to like, what, 97 speed on a non-theme team, so that's pretty nice right there. David DeCastro, not bad here as well, right guard for your Steelers. Again, the Steelers getting a couple of nice cards this promo. Strong safety, Jabril Peppers, 92 speed, decent, really good hit power, decent zone coverage as well, so I like it. Not a bad card there for your Browns and Giants fans. Next up, Calvin Ridley. This is one I did get right. I thought it would be an awesome triple combination of giving Calvin Ridley, Mike Williams, and OBJ. They just left Mike Williams out. Left him out. So we're going to get a look at Calvin Ridley here. Very nice card. No power up, unfortunately, but your Falcons theme teams should be pretty happy with this one. They can get him up to 99 speed, and then very, very good route running. The catching's a little bit lackluster, but very nice card to pair up with Julio Jones. Jimmy Smith, another one that we got right. 91 speed, very decent coverage stats with 99 press, so that's not a bad card at all. Next up, we got Laken Tomlinson. Decent left guard. I think Niners fans are going to be super happy with this one, unless you have the, what is his name, Joe Thuney, who goes on any theme team. But again, this is going to fit on your theme team much cheaper, and he's going to be really, really nice on your squad. Next up, Harrison Smith. Another one that we got right. 90 speed, 95 hit power, 97 zone, 85 man. I was hoping his man coverage would be a little bit higher, but this is a pretty nice item right here. 99 play rec. He's going to be underestimated everywhere, especially if you have a Vikings team. Do not skip out on this guy if you have a Vikings team. He should be your user. This is a very, very nice item for you Vikings fans. Get excited about Hitman Harry. Darius Randall, originally drafted by the Raiders, or I should say the Packers. I say on the Raiders now. I don't even know, guys. 92 speed, 98 zone, 88 man, 69 hit power. Kind of odd, but he's a nice player. He's a nice coverage item. A little bit slow too, but you Raiders and Green Bay Packers fans should be happy. Greg Olsen, now a Seahawk, kind of interesting. 87 speed. This is actually a pretty nice item here too. Very reminiscent of Antonio Gates. I would say he's your own version of Antonio Gates on your theme team. So you got what? The Bears, the Panthers, the Seahawks. He's going to be pretty nice for all of those teams. Next up, Logan Mankins, another legend. So they kind of sneaked in 2 legends from the Theme Diamonds and then the Ultimate Legends promo into this promo. So very interesting to see them go that route here. Logan Mankins, not bad too. But again, even the Patriots at left guard have Joe Thuney at that position naturally as their own team too. So interesting selection right there. And then last but not least, the biggest one that we got right. Got a lot of messages from people like, bro, why do you want Cam Newton so bad? He's not gonna, you give that. There he is. Here he is. 99 overall. Cam Newton, and he is absolutely gorgeous. Now is the time, dudes. I think now is the time that you take the dust off of that 99 power up pass and you use it on Cam Newton. This is a fantastic card. Super excited to see him added to the squad. Chargers, for the love of God, sign Cam Newton so we can get at least one card from this promo. And it'll be the best one, too, so I wouldn't be too upset about that. But Cam Newton, finally coming to the game. He's going to be insane. The stats you don't see on this card are going to be his trucking, his carrying, the things that make running backs great. Cam Newton does great as well. So I'm super excited to see this card. Tomorrow morning is when this is all going to be dropping in-game, guys. So get ready for tomorrow morning. It's going to be one of the bigger promos we've seen all year. Lots and lots and lots of awesome content here. Just really wish every team was included because it feels a little bit of a bummer that the Bolts kind of got left out of this promo, especially when we had the prime need at wide receiver, didn't get Mike Williams. But still, this promo is a pretty big win right here. All right, so really quickly, I'm going to try and get through this as fast as possible, guys. We're going to go over how this promo works, okay? So you're going to see a lot of images kind of flashing. This is stuff that you're all used to seeing in promos. I'm going to stop and highlight some of the things that are important so you guys can take a look. So you can earn a 97 overall, one of those heroes, by doing these head-to-head sequences and solo challenges and stuff like that. We'll get into those here in just a minute. And then they do have these special events on draft night, April 23rd. They'll show a time here in another slide here pretty soon too. So make sure you participate in that. 8 p.m. Eastern on the 23rd. So 8 p.m. Eastern, make sure your butt is on Madden Ultimate Team because there's going to be a special event where you can possibly earn some of these cards that get you the draft players coming out that night. So that's very interesting. And these are some of the collectibles that you're going to need in order to get some of those players. So we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that here at the end with those when we see them in those sets. But just be aware that's some of the stuff that you do need to get. You get them through head-to-head house rules and the draft challenges. So just be aware that they exist. All right. Here are the head-to-head, or I should say the house rules. They're going to be very similar to the ones that we just saw in Easter, and they're going to give out these rewards here. So at 30 wins are going to get a 98 overall Nat draft class, 20 players. So I'm guessing that's going to be picks like 2 through 5. Very, very cool to get one of those for free. So depending on who's going to go in those picks, I could say, guys, that could be a Jeff Okudah. That could be a Isaiah Simmons. That could be a Chase Young. Depending on who goes in those picks, that's going to be a really nice free card at a 98 overall. So I would say make sure you do your house rules this week. That is pretty worth having, all right? Not to mention the other stuff that you're getting from it as well, the 90, Nat, 86 over a Nat. Those are important for a set coming up here in a minute. So taking a look here at the NFL Draft Challenges, here are your solo sequences. Very simple. We'll go over some of the milestones you're going to get here. So at 50 stars, you're going to get a Nat 11 through 20 draft pick. These are a little confusing for a lot of people, but I'll kind of, make it simple for you guys. These are basically the collectibles from last year. You remember you had to put like 1 billion Baker Mayfield collectibles into the first pick to get the first overall draft, the 99 card. Who was it? Kyler Murray. Remember you had to put a ton of collectibles in there? They're kind of just bypassing that this year and letting you do these overall cards. They're actually like players. So you put these players into, let's say, the Kyler Murray set for pick number 1, and you're able to get that card. So just kind of put that in your brain. That's kind of what they're playing at, and those same cards are used for the 97s and the Cam Newton. Okay, so it's all of it is these cards, these players, the 90 overall Nats. The draft pick cards are the ones you're going to want to put into sets in order to get the new draft cards and the current draft cards. The current ones being the 97 like OBJs and stuff like that. Capiche? Capiche? We all good? All right. You're also going to get some of these collectibles. These collectibles, again, to make it simple, they go into a set that lets you get one Nat for free. So it's a very easy way to get one of these cards for free. It's basically, I don't know, like your Team of the Year tokens. Remember, you got those Team of the Year tokens for doing various things every single week. This one's kind of a compressed version of that. You can get it all done in one day. These little tokens are going to go into the Nat set, and it's going to give you a Nat version of one of these cards. You get to decide, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. So trying to make it as super simple as possible for you guys to understand. So at tier 3, you're going to get a Nat 11 through 20 and a Nat 11 through 20 as well. So you're going to get 2 of those at 125 stars. Let's see, you keep going down here. You're going to get another draft diamond collectible here at 150 stars. At 200 stars, you're going to get another 93 6 through 10 draft pick card right there. And then at tier 7, you're going to get a 93 6 through 10. And at 300, you can get another draft diamond. And at tier 9, you get 50,000 coins. So actually, I like that. It's not too many coins to give the player for free, but when you're talking about so many extra stars, it should be something worth playing for, and I think 50,000 coins is just fair enough. It's usually something super pointless and that people don't want to play for, so good on EA for adding a 50,000 coin prize at the end. Let's take a look here at the NFL Draft milestone challenges. So I'm guessing this is just kind of how they're organizing it out. So you got draft from the past, draft all-stars, and late round miracles. That's just kind of what to look for there. And that's what they're going to look like in here. Very, very standard. First and 10, down by 11 in the third quarter. It's probably going to be quite a grind to get all of these, but really, what is everybody doing at the time anyway? So, it's not going to be like, we got something better to do. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Draft Night Special. These are just those special challenges to get some of those stuff there. So, I guess that's just all part of the same thing. Next up, let's get into the actual draft sets. Now, these are pretty important. Again, I tried to make it as simple as possible. I'll kind of give it one more time here. The draft picks, the first set right here. This is how you get some of these important draft picks, all right? So you exchange 2 of these 96 overall draft pick players to earn a 98 overall draft pick Cam Newton. All right, so those are basically your collectibles. You're putting collectibles into Cam Newton set to get a 98 draft Cam Newton back. So you're going to get 2 96 overall draft pick players, all right? You put 2 of them into the set to get 1 collectible for a Cam Newton 98 overall Cam Newton draft pick player. Does that make sense? So you're basically just exchanging up, all right? You're exchanging the lower ones into the higher ones, and the higher ones go into more valuable sets, okay? And then the 2 to 5 pick right here, 96 overall, you're going to exchange 3 93 overall draft pick players to earn your choice of 96 draft pick player. Again, you're just trading up. Think about it like the draft, like the exchange set. You know what? think about it like this, okay? Like these sets, you're trading the lower ones to get higher ones, and the higher ones go into more valuable sets and stuff like that. Think about it like that. Don't think about too hard about it, because I know it was really confusing for a lot of people, but it's super simple when you really sit and think about it. So here are all the sets. Basically, it's just the same thing, rinse and repeat. It just goes on and on and on. And that's the kind of pack you're going to get from it. You can choose one of these guys. Again, these are collectibles, so when you see the number on it, think of it as a collectible. It is a player. You can play with it in the game, but just consider it a collectible because it goes into sets. That's kind of why it exists. All right, so he chose AJ Green here. These cards do have stats. You're going to be able to like fly through these and see if you want to add any of them to your team or whatever. I would say go for the 97s. They're not going to be that expensive. All right, the draft hero sets. These are all the 97s that we just saw, plus Cam Newton. Very simple, 99 overall Cam Newton. You saw those draft pick Cam Newton players. It's going to be the 98 overall, right, that you get in the last set that we just saw. You're going to put 2 of those in to get a 99 overall Cam Newton. All right, pretty simple. You're going to put 2 of those collectibles in to get Cam Newton. Very, very simple. And then Von Miller, et cetera, all going to look the same. The number of them does go up the lower you get, though, which is kind of interesting. So Adrian Peterson, 97 overall, going to need 4 of them to get Adrian Peterson. And then all the way down here at Darnell Savage, you're going to need like a crap ton of them. So just keep that in mind. I don't know why. I guess the Darnell Savages and stuff will be super cheap, so you could probably build this guy pretty cheap anyway. But you're just going to need 28 of them instead of just a simple 2 at the very top there. So next up, here's what actually is going to happen on draft night. Okay, this is awesome. Okay, this is something that one of the biggest events of the year for the NFL, and it's one of the funnest nights in Madden Ultimate Team, in my opinion, because you get to see a new awesome player added to your squad, and it's awesome to see these new like sneak peek of your 2020 version of your team on Madden Ultimate Team. So the first overall pick is going to be a 99 overall, and the way you get these, again, they're using the same collectibles as they used in the last 2 that I just showed you. For the number 1 overall pick, a 99 overall card, you're going to want 2 98 overall Cam Newton draft pick players to earn the number 1 pick of the draft class. And then these will come out, the first 5 picks will come out the actual night of the draft. The remainder picks are going to come out the next day. All right, so we're going to be releasing them throughout the next day after the draft. I'm going to have to assume it's because, you know, they're all working out of their homes and stuff like that, so it's not going to be as live as it has been in the past. But you will at least see your first 5 picks. So the cutoff point is going to be the Chargers. All right, so let's take a look at picks 2 through 5, just so you guys can get an idea of the overall. There are the collectibles that you have to put in for the number 1 pick. Draft picks 2 through 5 are going to get a 98 overall card. Okay, and the same thing, you're going to put any 96 overall draft pick into this set to get a 98 overall. That's what the pack kind of looks like. You can go ahead and get one of these early if you'd like, so you can go ahead and get, you know, I think you have to do it before. I'm not quite sure. I'll let you guys know in the comment section. So you guys get to choose one of these. So if your team is the, let's say it's the Lions, all right, you're probably going to want to do this now. Pick up the 3rd pick so you know you're going to get your player's team or your team's player. But at the same time, anything can happen in the draft. If they trade, just be aware that could actually happen. All right. So if you're worried about that, if you're worried about your team trading, I would just go with the highest overall one you can get or whatever, just so you can get a nice card that you can sell and that you can go back and buy the player from your team. Let's take a look at the 6 through 10 is 97 overall. Interesting. 11 through 20 is 96, and 21 through 32 is 95. And again, all of the required draft pick players are on these images here. So a 96 needs 7 90 overall draft pick players. So if you want to check out and see, you know, which ones you should be targeting, you know, you can go ahead and pause the video and see which ones that your team is going to need based on where they're picking. All right, and lastly, the draft diamond sets. These are where those collectibles came in that have the little diamond on them. It says the draft diamond collectibles to earn your choice of any 97 overall draft hero as NAT. All right, so you get 2 of those diamonds. You can put it into this set. They're not repeatable to get a 97 overall for free, and it's going to be Nat. All right, so that's basically these collectibles that I was saying before. That's where they go. Okay, and the same thing can be said for the 97 overall for the actual draft. So that's going to be your picks 6 through 10. So lucky for me, the Chargers picking at number 6, unless we trade up, which I kind of hope we do. We should be able to get one of these free for Nat. Okay, so picks 6 through 10, you can get one of those cards for free as well. So everybody pick the Chargers to make Director happy. And that, again, that's going to be using these collectibles. All right, last but not least, here's the store stuff. Hopefully, if you guys have questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit me up on Twitter. You know, I think I've got a pretty firm grip on how this is going to work. But basically, everything here is pretty much the same. You're going to 1 through 32 draft 20 collectible for $5. I'm guessing that's going to be like, It's not going to be a fantasy pack, so it could be $5 you get the number 1 pick. Awesome. It could be, you know, $5 you get the 32 pick. Well, that sucks, and that's probably going to be most of us. And then the draft bundles here, I guess they're going to be including, you know, draft picks and collectibles and stuff like that. That's where you're going to be able to get those in order to complete those sets. And there's that pack one more time right there. Here's your reroll set. Interesting that it's 5,750 training. That could change before tomorrow. It's a little bit high considering the 87 overall pluses are a lot less. But at the same time, I'm guessing these 86s might be a little bit more valuable and maybe the hit rate's a little higher. So I don't know. Maybe the reroll set on this one's not going to be as profitable. Then taking a look, you're going to get your team captain tokens. These do expire on May 1st, so get them done so you don't miss out and get that Ryan Shazier up to the 99 overall. And I think that is it. He put this last slide up here to just kind of confirm everything that he just said during GMM. You're going to have the following day, so that on draft night only, the top 5 players from the draft will be released in the game. The following day, the MUT team will release the remaining 27 players later on in the afternoon and the evening. Make sure to follow EA Sports for all the updates. Draft pick players are collectible, like they're the draft pick collectibles are playable players, director. Draft class 20 sets are a collectible that will morph into appropriate players once he is drafted. So the draft class 20 sets, they will morph into that player depending on which one that you do. And the MUT rewards, they're probably going to be having those come out here pretty soon. I'm going to guess it's going to be for this draft promo because we haven't seen one this month so far. All right, a bit of a longer video today. I know it's a bit long, but this is a huge promo. Guys, in the comment section below, let me know how you think this is going to shake out tomorrow. It's going to be pretty big, so let me know the kind of cards that you're looking for, which draft picks you're looking to take. I know you're going to want to get your teams, right? But let's say, this is the big question. This will be the big question in the comment section. Let's say you get your team's collectible, okay? So you're going to have your team's draft spot completely fine. If they choose at their spot, you're going to get that card. That's awesome. If you could choose another one, which one would you want? Are you going to go after the number 1 pick, Joe Burrow? You're going to go after the number 3 pick, possibly Isaiah Simmons? I'm going to try and target wherever Isaiah Simmons is getting drafted, but it's really hard to predict, and that's kind of the fun of this promo. Whew. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, this was a long one, hit us up with a like and sub. Literally the small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification helps me out a lot. We are over 13,000 subscribers and growing. Super excited. Have you guys to thank for that, so thank you guys so much. And thanks for joining me today. We'll see you next time. This has been the Director, and as always, stay frosty. And I hope everyone's not confused.